Imagine for a moment the engine of a vintage car, a classic. You've taken care of it for 60, maybe 70 years. You've polished it, you've kept it out of the rain. But one day, you decide to pour in a high-performance fuel additive because the bottle said it would make the engine run smoother. But instead of purring, the engine starts to smoke. It sputters. It fails. Why? Because that engine wasn't built for that specific additive in that specific amount. Hello, I'm Dr. Smith, and today we are having a very serious heart-to-heart conversation about your body's engine, your liver, and the fuel additives you might be taking every single morning. Now, before we dive into this list, I need to make a very important agreement with you. While I am a doctor, I am not your doctor. The information in this video is for educational purposes only and is not intended to replace professional medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment. Every liver is unique, and your medical history is specific to you. Please never stop or start any medication or supplement regimen without first consulting your own primary care physician or a specialist who knows your full medical history. Be smart and be safe. We are going to talk about 7 common vitamins and supplements that are sitting in your medicine cabinet right now. Bottles you bought because you wanted to be healthier. You wanted to live longer. You wanted to see your grandchildren grow up. But the truth is, after the age of 60, these specific compounds can silently, painlessly, and dangerously turn against your liver. This is what I call the health paradox. You are doing everything right, or so you think. You're taking your vitamins. But physiology changes as we age. Your liver at 65 is not the same liver you had at 25. It is smaller. It has less blood flow. And its ability to process toxins has changed. In the next 20 minutes, I'm going to save you from a mistake that sends thousands of seniors to the emergency room every year. We are going to walk through the 7 culprits. Some are actual vitamins, some are minerals, and some are herbs that look like vitamins. But they all have one thing in common. If you take them wrong after age 60, they can damage your liver. Please grab a pen and paper. You'll want to check your bottles after this video. Let's protect your golden years. Why age 60 changes everything. Before we get to the list, you need to understand why this is happening. You might be thinking, Doc, I've taken vitamins my whole life. Why stop now? Here is the medical reality. As we age, a process called liver volume reduction occurs. By the time you are 60 or 70, your liver may be 20% to 40% smaller than it was in your youth. Furthermore, the blood flow to your liver decreases by about 35%. Why does this matter? Think of your liver as a filtration plant. In your 30s, that plant had 100 workers and 10 delivery trucks. It could handle anything. But now, in your 60s, that plant has maybe 60 workers and only 6 trucks. When you take a pill, whether it's a prescription drug, a Tylenol, or a vitamin, your liver has to process it. It has to break it down. If you flood that smaller workforce with high-dose supplements, they get overwhelmed. Toxic byproducts build up. Inflammation starts. And the terrifying part? The liver is a silent organ. It rarely complains until the damage is severe. You won't feel pain. You might just feel tired, or a bit off, until it's too late. That is why we need to be surgical with what we put in our bodies after 60. So let's look at the first culprit. It's one of the most common vitamins in the world. Culprit 1. Vitamin A, retinol. Number 1 on our list is vitamin A, specifically preformed vitamin A, or retinol. Now, vitamin A is essential. It's good for your eyes, your immune system. But here is the trap. Vitamin A is fat-soluble. That means your body doesn't just pee out the excess like it does with vitamin C. It hoards it. It stores it in your liver cells. If you are over 60, and you are taking a daily multivitamin that contains 5,000 or 10,000 international units, IU, of retinol, and maybe you also eat fortified cereal, and maybe you take a separate eye health supplement. You are filling a bucket that is already full. When that bucket overflows, it becomes directly toxic to the liver cells, hepatotoxicity. It can cause scarring, fibrosis, and even cirrhosis without you ever touching a drop of alcohol. The fix. Look at your multivitamin label. Does it say vitamin A as retinol fluorine palmitate? If it's over 2,500 or 3,000 IU, be very careful. Ideally, look for beta-carotene. Beta-carotene is the precursor to vitamin A, found in carrots. Your body only converts what it needs and throws away the rest. It is much harder to overdose on beta-carotene. But pure retinol? That is playing with fire after 60. Culprit 2. Niacin, vitamin B3. Number 2 is niacin, also known as vitamin B3. This is a tricky one because many seniors take niacin specifically for heart health. It was touted for years as a way to lower cholesterol naturally. And yes, it works. But at what cost? To lower cholesterol, you have to take high doses, often 1,000 to 3,000 milligrams. The recommended daily allowance is only about 16 milligrams. Do you see the difference? You are taking a megadose. The real danger here is a specific type of niacin called sustained release or extended release niacin. People buy this because regular niacin makes you flush. It turns your face red and hot. The time release version stops the flushing, but it keeps the liver under constant stress 24 hours a day, trying to metabolize it. It has been linked to rapid liver failure in seniors. It is what we call dose-dependent toxicity. The fix. Never, and I mean never, take high-dose niacin for cholesterol without your doctor monitoring your liver enzymes. If you are just taking a B-complex vitamin with 20 millibases of niacin, you are safe. But if you are buying the big bottle of 500 milligram niacin to clean your arteries, you might be clogging your liver instead. Culprit 3. Iron, the mineral, masquerading as energy. Number 3 isn't technically a vitamin, it's a mineral, but it is in almost every multivitamin on the shelf, and it is a major enemy for seniors. Iron. We are taught from childhood that iron gives us energy. Take your iron so you don't get weak. That is true for children, for pregnant women, and for menstruating women who lose blood monthly. But for you? If you are a man over 60 or a postmenopausal woman, you are likely not losing blood anymore. Your body has no way to get rid of excess iron. It acts like a heavy metal. It accumulates in the liver, the heart, and the pancreas. This condition is called iron overload, or secondary hemochromatosis. Excess iron creates massive oxidative stress. It essentially rusts your organs from the inside out. Unless you have been diagnosed with anemia by a doctor who looked at your blood work, you should not be taking a multivitamin with iron. The fix. Turn your multivitamin bottle around right now. Look for iron. It should say 0% or iron-free. If you are taking a supplement with 8 or 25 milligrams of iron daily, just for energy, stop. Talk to your doctor. Anemia in seniors is usually a sign of bleeding, not a dietary lack. Treating it with a pill without finding the cause is dangerous. Culprit 4. Green tea extract, the metabolism myth. Number 4. This one shocks people because it sounds so healthy. Green tea extract. Now, drinking a cup of green tea? Fantastic. Full of antioxidants, safe. But I am talking about the extract, the concentrated pills often sold as fat burners, metabolism boosters, or energy blends for seniors trying to lose a few pounds. These pills contain massive doses of a compound called EGCG. In a cup of tea, you get a little bit. In a pill, you get a sledgehammer. There are dozens of documented cases of liver failure requiring transplantation caused by green tea extract supplements. And as we age, our ability to process these catechins diminishes. You might take it to lose 5 pounds, but the cost could be acute hepatitis. The fix: drink the tea. Enjoy the ritual. Throw away the extract pills. Nature intended it to be a leaf in hot water, not a powder in a capsule. Culprit 5. Red yeast rice, the natural statin. Number 5 is red yeast rice. I see so many patients who say, "Doctor, I don't want to take the statin drug you prescribed. I want to go natural. I'm taking red yeast rice." Here is the secret the supplement industry doesn't scream about. Red yeast rice naturally contains a compound called monocolin K. Do you know what monocolin K is chemically identical to? Lovastatin, the prescription drug. When you take red yeast rice, you are taking a statin, but it's a dirty statin. With a prescription, we know exactly how many milligrams you are getting. With the supplement, one batch might have 0, and the next batch might have a massive toxic dose. You are driving blind. Furthermore, it carries the same liver risks as prescription statins, but without the medical supervision. The fix: if you need cholesterol management, do it with precise dosing under supervision. Don't gamble on a natural version that is chemically the same drug, but unregulated. Culprit 6 and 7. The herbal traps: black cohosh and high-dose turmeric. Let's bundle the last two because they fall into the herbal category that sits right next to your vitamins. Number 6 is black cohosh. Many women over 60 take this for lingering hot flashes or hormonal balance. While rare, it has a well-documented link to liver injury in susceptible individuals. If you have any underlying liver sluggishness or fatty liver, which is common after 60, this can tip the scales. Number 7 is turmeric, curcumin, but specifically the ultra-high absorption forms. Turmeric is wonderful as a spice, but recently companies have been adding black pepper extract, piperine, or nanoparticles to force your body to absorb 2,000% more of it. The liver has to process all of that. We are starting to see cases of drug-induced liver injury from these megadose bioenhanced turmeric supplements. The fix: use turmeric in your cooking. If you take a supplement, stick to moderate doses and avoid the ones promising mega absorption if you have any liver history. I know this sounds scary. You might be looking at your pill organizer with suspicion now. That is not my goal. My goal is not to make you fearful. It is to make you powerful. You have worked hard to reach this stage of your life. You have survived careers, raising families, economic changes, and personal loss. You deserve to enjoy your senior years with vitality. The liver is a forgiving organ, but it needs your help. It needs you to treat it with the respect due to a veteran engine. Here is your homework. Check your multivitamin. Does it have iron? If you're over 60, get rid of it. Does it have high-dose retinol? Swap it for beta-carotene. Purge the boosters. Throw away the fat burners, the green tea extracts, and the megadose energy pills. Talk to your doctor. Next time you have a checkup, bring your bottles in a bag. Dump them on the table. Say, "Doc, which of these do I actually need?" Health is not found in the bottom of a pill bottle. It is found in whole foods, movement, community, and safety. I'm Dr. Smith. Let's protect that liver so it can protect you for many years to come. Thanks for watching.